a podcast about your worst wedding, funeral, bachelor party, bachelorette party, or whether it's funny after the fact. We want to hear it. And today we have two very special guests, Kenric, Regan, and John Horsley, two comic writers. Gentlemen, say hello.
Hello, everyone. I love that energy. So much energy.
This is actually the second time that I've had these guys on. They were like one of my first guests when I first started out years ago, 6 years ago, I believe, is what we decided on, 2017.
That's when Jay Roach was your. Yeah, Jay
Roach was my sidekick. He was
your Andy.
Yeah,
he was your Andy Richter.
He was my brother, and we were going to call it a brother in arms. He was my equal. I feel, I'm not going to kick him down to, sidekick like he deserves. Like he was. A nice guy, nice fella, really good. Just got married, has a bird now, so he's doing all right.
You did just get married.
Yeah, I don't think he misses me at all. I really don't. He ended up driving down through my hometown, which is like 2 hours south of here, and meeting one of the biggest fucking dorks that we ever went to school with. And this guy doesn't even live there anymore. He's lived out in California for fucking years. And he's like, hey, this guy says hello. And I'm like, how the fuck did you meet him?
They just happened to meet up?
Jay delivers medical equipment. I guess it's to this fella's house.
That's hilarious.
But they hadn't met before? They just kind of started talking and knew?
Never met before. I'm like, out of all the fucking people, this guy doesn't even live where I used to live anymore. He hasn't lived there in like fucking 30 years. He hasn't lived there.
Oh,
dude, Jay runs into him. Like,
that reminds me, one time I was having cigars and drinks at a casino, and I was pretty lit. Apparently, I become fucking charming when I've been drinking way too much, because I got home and I had two phone numbers. I had two phone numbers from girls. I had no idea how I got two phone numbers, and I don't ever get numbers ever. And I met this girl, and she was talking, and then she called me like a couple weeks later. We go out on one date, right? And I wasn't really feeling it, 3 years later, I'm coming home from Chicago. I sit down on the plane to come back to Seattle, and who comes onto the plane and sits right next to me?
No shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god. She's like, "You never called." I'm like, great, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's how they fell in love.
That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since.
Was your pickup line? I write comics.
That's how I chase them away.
That's how you stay alone.
Hey,
that's how I stay alone.
Level just increase in this room, or what, ladies?
That's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
But not untrue.
Yeah.
But not untrue. So pictures and words.
That's actually part of a stand-up bit that I'm going to do. I bought these fucking these glasses. Have you been on YouTube? And it's like, stop before you buy another pair of designer glasses. Look at what's taking the world by storm, and they adjust, like the lenses adjust in and out. And that's part of a bit. Like, did the moisture level just increase in here, or what? Actually, these glasses work so good you can actually see how little pussy you're gonna get.
Oh my god! Are you still selling?
I am. Now I work for a bug control company. Yeah.
So no more cars.
Huh?
No more cars.
No more cars. Fuck, I hated that. I hated
that.
Did you? So
everybody I meet that sells cars ends up hating it, and they, no matter what they do, like my buddy Mike went from selling Subarus, and now he's like selling food to grocery stores, and he's just so much more happier.
Oh God, yeah. There's nothing like having a great week and doing really good and getting your ass chewed for it. That's just the fucking best. And then they fired poor fucking Jay. They just fired him.
Didn't like his tattoos.
He sucked. Yeah, he says he's at work right now, so he can't. Oh, who's calling? Somebody's.
It's not me. I'm not calling. I promise.
It's Jay.
It's Jay. Calling,
It's Jay.
Oh no, it's my friend Tina.
You ain't got no friends.
I do. Hold on, I gotta answer her back real quick. God damn it. Give me a second. I'll be right back. This makes for great entertainment. Is when I click
Great
out.
TV here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you're still live, Kenric. Let's run the show.
Let's do it. Hey, welcome back to my worst holiday.
She's very lovely. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having her on. She's gorgeous. So, I was gonna say I had another bit line. Oh yeah. So one guy that they fired there, and this guy killed me. Because everybody. Anyway, he was just awful, and they fired him. And so my other buddy calls him up and says, "Look at you ever seen what was it, Billy Crystal? When they're ranchers and stuff like that. You get a do-over,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a do-over." So he's giving him this pep talk. He's like, "What'd you want to be when you was a kid, man? Like, what'd you really want to be?" And he goes, "I wanted to be a car salesman." Dare to dream,
Dare to dream. You know what? There's times that I wanted to be a car salesman simply because my dad did it on the weekends.
No, I never wanted that. Nope.
That was his side hustle. He just loved being around cars, and that just gave him the opportunity. And he worked at a small used car lot, so it was nothing. And they just let him have a different car. Like once a month, he'd have a different car. Look at this guy.
Oh, look who it is.
What up? This is like old school. This is old school MWH right here.
Yeah, look at him.
Bring on the dick jokes.
All we need is shitty audio on Facebook.
Shitty Facebook audio. We're golden.
Yeah, shitty Facebook audio. We'd be good to go.
Look how skinny these guys are now.
Oh yeah.
The only fat one left.
I was just telling him what a dynamic car salesman you were.
I don't miss that job one bit.
And
you loved
your
it.
Incredible luck to meet Daryl McCormick.
Did I ever tell you guys how I got fired?
No.
Nope.
They made me come in on a fucking Saturday morning and sit through a meeting and get yelled at, and then they fired me after the meeting. I'm not saying you guys could have texted me Friday night so I could have slept late.
Right? That's fucked up.
I was more bummed.
Oh, we missed all of it.
Facebook audio. Yeah.
There it is. There's that Facebook. Yeah.
They just were so upset they wanted the opportunity to yell at you.
Yeah. You go out on a high. It's like, but what? We can't let him go without chewing his ass at least one more time.
We could see Jay trying to figure out his audio.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Hey, Sean Bratton from the Simply Cynical podcast is watching. Timothy Goins, he's a great guitarist. He's watching us. So,
Nice.
Yep, we've got fans, at least two. So
at least two. Yeah.
At least two.
You can see plural.
See, I have fans. Dose. So tell us everything that's going on with you guys. Like, what's your book? Dr. Dread is watching. Holy shit, Dr. Dread, welcome to the show. I need to have you on the show sometime. I hope you enjoy it.
Who's Dr. Dread?
He does like old scary movies and stuff like that. He talks about them and stuff. He's pretty awesome.
That's a great name.
Yeah, Dr.
It's a great
Dread.
name.
I like the moniker. Yeah, we still have our podcast, though we don't do it nearly as often as we used to. We kind of had this trajectory when we started that kind of went like this, and I don't
remember the name of the podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
It's called Spoiler Country.
Spoiler Country, that's right.
Yeah, and it got to a point where we had Oh man, we had like 4 different interviewers. We had 3 or 4 or 5 different people that were writing articles on our website. We were averaging about 150,000 unique individuals going to our website. Plus,
Really?
we're averaging in the thousands for our podcast. And we went from me and Johnny just kind of having fun with it, like once a week, to it was like literally it was every day. And it was, sorry, work is never over. It went
Get
from
off the fucking phone, Kenric!
exactly.
That's the second phone call we've had during this show.
Yeah, so unprofessional. So unprofessional. God, I'm so disappointed in you.
Although,
But
I was very close to answering Tina Lee. Yeah.
we
Well,
just
see, I can talk to these 2 fucking dorks or her. Let's see.
Dude, I would hang up and talk to her.
Yeah, I choose her too.
No, but the podcast just got overwhelming, right?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where we just had too much going on, and Johnny and I have full-time jobs, and we work enough to where it was like monetization wasn't our initial goal. And then when we thought, let's monetize this, and then it just became a job, not what we wanted it to be, which was fun. And we're just like, you know what? Let's just back off.
If I could turn this into a job, I would just, not have a job anymore.
Yeah. If we could turn it into a job that paid all our bills, then sure.
No shit, yeah.
But it has to be,
sure.
it have to be enough, right? It have to be what we make at least.
That little hill you got to get over, that balance.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't really give this up and give up my day job. Yeah,
exactly. So, here's the deal. We're talking to people like Thomas Jane and Tommy Chong, and we had all these amazing people on. We talked to Robert Wool, all these actors and people, and tons of different artists and writers and everything. And it just, you just get to the point you're like, well, I want to do that. I want to write and create. And then we're just talking to people that are doing it, and we're doing it in a way that's on the podcast, but it's not the same.
Robert Wool's publicist told me to go fuck myself. So I said,
really?
Well, I guess I'll go fuck myself then.
Him and I got along really well. That was a good interview. But we just got burnt out. Johnny was like doing a lot on the back end.
Yeah.
And he just burnt.
That's what I hear.
Burnt out.
That sounds like a gay reference.
Yeah.
Giggity.
And that's how Mr. Holiday sucked his first dick. Feels good to be back.
Bring it back.
So we took a hiatus. We took like a year-long hiatus. And now we've been kind of back, but we only do it like once a month, once every other month at this point. And so in the meantime, we decided to start our own publishing company and do something different. We've always, Johnny's been writing and doing, dick and fart jokes on his comic books for the last 20 years.
Right.
And he's been working on an actual novel for the last 20 years, like an actual serious novel for the last 20 years. And he just finished that up.
Releasing it now, right, John? Is that what you're doing? Or?
Yeah. Yep. It just came out last week.
Yep. It's called Memoirs of a Suicide. And then I have my own book called Supernatural Baby Detective that I wrote, and then had to start going on with the art and everything. And so we're like, fuck it. Let's put this together, package it, and start putting something out there. And we have a lot more fun doing this now than we were doing the podcast. What's funny is
so where can we find where can we find Supernatural Baby Detective and Memoirs of a Suicide? Where we can
Spoilerverse.com.
Spoilerverse.com.
Hey, I'm a story away from getting my book edited, my comic book edited.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to actually see it because
I know I'm. Jay?
I have one story left. I have it about 3/4 drawn, and then I got to ink it because I'm doing it all myself. I wrote, draw it, inked.
Okay.
Colored in.
Yeah. Do you have a name for it yet?
What's that?
Do you have a name for it yet?
Yeah, I'm calling it Gasoline.
Gasoline.
Oh, all right. Cool.
Yeah, I'm going with the 90s band reference where it makes no sense.
He's about ready to release his own comic book. Can't wait. Called Gasoline.
Yeah, it's about how kids are assholes.
Oh, all right.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's facts.
Kids are assholes. Coming from Jay Roach. Define irony.
So yeah,
they're evil too. You know, the Omen. You know, and if the kid was 24, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
this is true. If the kid is 24, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you, kid.
Here, take a Prozac. You'll be fine.
There you go. All right. Let's hit us with a embarrassing life story or a funny life story. Let's get this baby rolling.
Who's going?
I'll go. I got one
There you go.
recent too. So we just bought a new car, right? Speaking of car salesmen, right? We decided to get a Jeep Wrangler 4VE, one of the electric hybrid Jeeps. Because it's like, yeah, it gets. I know. I'm in Seattle. What the fuck do you expect? But so we got a nice, cool red one, brand new, and it gets good. It had all those rebates on it, and we ended up getting a really good deal on it because like it's like a $67,000 car. But my wife caught it on the website when they mislisted the price on it to like 39 or 38.
Oh God!
And took a screenshot and they honored the price.
Saturday morning.
They
What
honored
was that?
it.
They honored it. Yeah.
No shit.
'Cause it was-
Like back where I worked, we'd tell them go fuck themselves.
Yeah, no, they honored it. So we went down there and did it. But it gets better because like the whole process is a nightmare, right? Because like we go down there. It's like it's an hour and 15 minutes away from our house up in North Seattle, and we had to drive up there, go spend like 6 hours, which I hate doing there at the dealership, sign all the fucking paperwork, go through all the things, and then we leave. And then like 2 days later, we look at our Jeep on the side of the doors. It's like 3-inch fucking scratch. That's been there for a while. I'm like, no. I just bought some brand new Jeeps. We called them back and like, oh, we'll fix it for you, no problem. So we took it back in, made an appointment. My wife took it back in, and then she sat there for like 2 hours. And they're like, oh, our paint guy's out sick today. He has food poisoning. So here's a loaner car. Here's a loaner car. Go home. So she's like, well, why'd you make me wait for 2 fucking hours? So she takes the loaner car, which is a brand new, like tricked out, like fully loaded Jeep Grand Cherokee, which is super nice. And so we get home, and then it takes them like 3 or 4 days to get this scratch fixed in the car. So we had this car for like 3 or 4 days. And then literally the night before we're supposed to take it back, they got our car fixed. We're going to go trade it back. And I'm taking the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the rental car, to go pick up my daughter from her friend's house. And I go over this bridge like here, and there's something in the road. I have no idea what the fuck it was. But I hit something in the road, and it popped both the front and the rear tire on the passenger side in the rental.
Oh,
And when I say it popped, I mean there was like fucking 2-inch gashes in the tires, and the front rim was just fucking destroyed. Like it was scratched up. So I drove it down like another like 400 feet and parked in the parking lot. And went out and looked, and I was like, oh fuck. So then I call Kaylee and my wife, and she comes picks me up. We look, I take pictures. I get all my shit out of the car. We call the dealership, and they're like, what happened?
oh shit! I
Like,
thought Kaylee was driving. I didn't know you were driving.
no, I was driving it. And they're like, oh, we'll figure it out. So the next day we drive in our other car to go pick up our Wrangler that had the scratch in it and to deal with this whole thing. Well, when we get there, okay, there's a piece of paper on the desk that they want us to sign. Because when they gave her the Wrangler, they didn't have her sign a paperwork saying we accept liability at all. So they gave her the keys and gave us, we had no, so like, we're not signing this shit. Oh, well, you should have signed it. Well, we didn't. You gave us the car. You have liability, not us.
Right.
It's like, you need to put on your insurance. I'm like, we're not putting on our fucking insurance. No,
Right.
you didn't have, you guys fucked up. Have fun with that. And so they're all pissed off trying to get us to sign it. We're like, we're not signing shit, dude. And they're like, okay, what else do we need to go? Nothing. You guys can just leave. Cool. Give us our fucking keys. We're out of here.
I know
So-
a certain car dealer who would be foaming at the mouth if that
Oh,
ever
yeah.
happened at his place.
Yeah, and the guy, the guy who was trying to get us to sign the paperwork, he was the one who gave her the keys, and he's like, he's in fucking trouble because he didn't have her sign anything saying
Right.
liability.
Oh yeah.
So it's on
definitely
his ass. Yeah.
It's
Oh
definitely
yeah.
his ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mark and Jay, what happens in that scenario at the car dealership after they leave?
Well, means that we weren't in the service department. We
Right.
didn't give a fuck. So,
We would talk shit about it as we sat and wondered why Garrett was getting all the customers.
well, we could stand outside the service department and go, dude, that sucks, like that. But that's about the best we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the best part of this whole story is, besides the fact that they had to pay for it, I had to pay for shit, that's the only tires I've ever popped in a car. Ever.
The best part of the story is getting a $67,000 vehicle for 30 something.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Dude,
that's pretty good
crazy.
So yeah,
60. It was going for 67,000, and because she took the screenshot, they had it on her at 38.
So it was going for like $67,000 retail price for it. They had marked it down because of the rebates, because it's an electric vehicle, right? So it was down to like I think with rebates it was like 48 or something like that. And then on the website they marked it down. They had put an extra discount on the website that they didn't mean to, and it marked it down to like 38, 39 somewhere in there. And it was there for like a good 2 or 3 days, and we screenshotted it because we were like,
is that a ploy though by the car dealership saying, "Hey, we'll put it over 38"? Oh, we didn't really mean to do that. It's No,
where we worked had fucked up and put this this Denali, like this Yukon Denali, like they fucked up on the price, and the phone was just blowing up.
Oh, I'm sure.
And people go, "I'll get a lawyer," like, get your fucking lawyer then, like, I seen it. I'm sure you did.
We sold that.
You gotta sell it to me. No, I don't.
I mean, people are allowed to fuck up when they're pricing something out, right? I mean, it's like, wow,
and the thing was,
saw it at a price.
We're telling them on the phone, no, we fucked up. It's not like
hurt to ask.
Yeah, sure, we'll honor that, and then they come in. You can't do that. But if they call up and you go, no, it's fucked up.
They must have had they must have got that at a great price though, for them to eat that 10K and be like, oh yeah, we're fine.
Oh, new cars.
We'll still get 38.
I mean, do have a back end, but not on the front end. Yeah, so.
Was it a brand new car, Johnny, or is it used?
It had rebates.
It had like 3 miles on it. Brand new, like 3 miles on it. Yeah.
They gave some poor sucker a Pawn Star deal on their used car, and then they sold it, bought it for $1,000, and then sold it for $15. And then they go to Florida and play golf.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I got my Ford because it was a stick shift, and just like, give it to him at cost. Just get that piece of shit off the lot.
Yeah, the best
just want it out of there.
The best anti-thievery device ever made is a stick shift.
Oh,
I just got rid of my Ford a couple months ago. I did. I traded it in for a Jeep, not electric.
Not electric.
Me and my wife have matching cars now.
Nice.
And I don't know how I feel about
two
that.
Jettas? What do you got?
Jeep Renegades.
Jeep Renegades.
That's the Wrangler truck.
Yeah, they're SUVs. That's nothing special. I like them. I mean, they drive good.
That's okay. I got a Subaru, and the girl's got a Subaru. I got a Legacy, and she's got an Ascent.
The first car that I ever bought for myself was a Subaru, and it was a stick shift, and I loved that thing, man. I drove it until it rusted out underneath the seat, and
I didn't know you were a lesbian.
The head cracked on it, and I got water in the engine, and it finally fucking died. But I ran the hell out of that thing.
Do lesbians like Subarus?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
They wear Birkenstocks and drive Subarus in Illinois.
Well, Subarus here in the Northwest are giant. I mean, they outsell Toyota here, which is kind of crazy.
The Mosaic TV is watching.
So I don't think I ever equated it.
Horsley, we got Kenric, Regan. They're two comic writers. John has just released a novel after 20 years called
Memoirs of a Suicide.
Memoirs of a Suicide, and Kenric's comic book is Supernatural Baby Detective.
Yes, and I guarantee it's a very original story that you've never read.
So look up these books. John, where can it's from spoilercountry.com, correct?
Spoilerverse.com.
Spoilerverse.com. That's right.
Yep, it's right there under my name.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, if you just look at there it is.
Look at the name tags. John only likes to pump his stuff, so he put memoirsofaSuicide.com because He doesn't want you going to our normal site.
Well, yours is already there. It's already there for you.
Greedy motherfucker, man.
You know, he's so greedy.
You think it's a fucking
Greedy baby,
partner,
needy baby.
and then he
Right.
told this shit.
Actually, I think yours will go to the Kickstarter at some point, right? It'll redirect to Kickstarter.
It will eventually. Right now, it directs to the memoirs page on spoilerverse.com.
Yeah. So what we do, because printing is expensive and we can't afford to print 100,000 copies of a book where you get that price breakdown. That's crazy.
What do you mean?
we print like 1,000 copies of the book, but that's still like around $2,700 to $3,000 to print that book. And so what we do is we build out our books. We go all the art, all the editing, everything's done. And then when we go into Kickstarter for crowdsourcing, then all we're funding, or all we're trying to build back in funding, is the printing costs. And then hopefully more for whatever else, and then go towards the publication of the next book. So it's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we don't launch anything until it's fully done. So
Yeah.
anytime you do a Kickstarter, it's already done, ready to go.
Yeah.
Super cool. Super cool. Awesome. All right. Kenric, you're up, buddy. Hit us with a story. What do you got?
Dude, I got stories galore. What do you want to hear? You want to hear the cow pasture story, or you want to hear?
You know what? It's dealer's choice. Whatever's funny or after the fact, we want to hear it. That's the more fucked up it is, the better.
Yeah, I got a few. So let me think here. There was a time when, I'll tell you one that I think I've told you before, but it's still funny. And it was when I was 17, 18 in Bremerton, Washington. There's not a lot to do. Okay. There just isn't. There's the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard, and then there's Bangor Base, which is a nuclear submarine base. And that's about it.
That's fun.
Yeah. So you get a ton of Navy guys coming in and out. And but there's just not a lot to do. Like going to Seattle is one thing, but you got to take the ferry, you got to get over there, you got to drive around. It's a whole thing.
I took a ferry once to
yeah.
prom.
Hey, my prom was on a boat.
The prom was a nice boat. There it is.
My prom was on a boat too.
Your prom was on a boat too?
It was, yeah. I hated it.
Oh my God. Yeah. So we did a lot of mushrooms and weed and LSD growing up. And every fall you can get what's called Liberty Caps. And you go to get Liberty Caps, you would go to a farm, right, with a bunch of cows.
Right.
And so you got to make sure that you go to the right ones that have a bunch of Liberty Caps that you can pick. And so we decided, me and my buddy Dave, my buddy James, and our infinite wisdom decided to go to a cow patch that is off of Highway 303. And Johnny knows exactly what I'm thinking of. Yes, you don't know, but you can look on the map, and because I said Highway 303, you can see it. Anyways, there's a golf range off of Highway 303. Okay. And right next to the golf range is this ranch. So we park on the side of the freeway like idiots because we're 17. And we decided to climb down and into the cow pasture. And we're in there. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. It's cold. It's raining. It's windy. And we're
mushroom caps.
Yeah,
so
we're determined.
Okay,
yes, we're
right,
determined.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, way off in the distance, is two things. One, there is a cow way out there, and it's just standing there. And then there's the barn that is way like right in front of us, but it's like 2-3 football fields in front of us. It's a huge ranch.
We'll call that 300 yard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're looking and we start walking and we're going through and we're walking and we're walking. We look over
now,
and the cow.
What is that in meters? What is that in meters?
Well, a football field is how many feet? 300 feet. So 300 feet, a meter is 3.3 feet per meter. So you can divide that in.
I didn't mean to get that.
That's about 90 meters. So that's about 270 meters.
I love the math. I love the
If you
math.
don't want an answer, don't ask the question. Okay.
You know, the thing is, it's pretty
That's on
accurate.
me. That was on me. Yeah, that's on me, man. I
So
thought
we're
it was
looking-
fucking rhetorical, but suck my dick. It's a
So we're walking and we're in the cow pasture at this time, right? And we're looking for mushrooms, and we're not finding any mushrooms. Well, in the middle of the cow pasture is a gully, and around the gully is a fence to keep the cows from going into the gully. And it's just one small wire. Okay. It's rainy, it's cold. I look at the thing, and we're both, me and my buddy James, just kind of hop over, and it's in a gully, so it's going down. So when you hop over, you kind of hit the ledge, and you know, we kind of stumble a little bit, but we catch ourselves. You know, there's like a little bit of a water on the bottom because it's raining really bad. We get over. My buddy Dave kind of does that, you know, when you have your thing and you kind of just like saunter over.
Yeah,
And he does it. He steps over and he gets it. But he falls down, and he's like, oh, we get up the other side. The other side's a little bit more difficult because now you're jumping up and over. Right. Because you're going uphill. And so I kind of just jumped over and kind of just stumbled over it, but I made it. James did the same thing. Dave, fucking idiot, decides to do the same thing, and he gets over. So now, but he gets one leg over, and he's stuck. And he's stuck like this.
He's straddling the fence.
And that wire's right there.
Electric fence.
Yeah, he's straddling the fence, and the wind picks up, and that wire starts hitting it one leg, and it's going back and forth. And he's like, oh, and you can hear it going zip, 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 zip. You know, it's cracking. And he's like, get me off of this thing. And she's just like dying. I can't even touch him. I start laughing. James is laughing. We're crying. I'm like literally start to cry because I can't stop laughing. And Dave just finally falls backwards into the thing. And then I'm like, and he's like done. Now he's wet, and he's angry, and he's pissed off because he just got the shit shocked out of him, and we don't have any mushrooms. And then finally,
we don't have any mushrooms. My buddy's electrocuted and on the ground, and we still don't have any mushroom caps.
He's so fucking mad that he just bellies it under the fence because he's already wet. You know, we get up on the other side, and we're looking around for like another hour. And in the distance is that stupid fucking cow coming forward. But now we can see it. It's not a cow. It's a full-on bull. Oh. And it is not very happy with us. You know what I mean? Because we're in its territory. And he has no idea who we are and nothing. And we're like, oh, shit. we're going to go back, you know? And we're like halfway, and we're slowly walking back. But, of course, this gully is a good 90 meters. Okay, right. It's a pretty long gully.
90 meters.
Yep. And so I just jumped over. Because at some point we start going, and the thing is walking faster. It's not running, but it's definitely in direction of us, right? So I just jumped the fence, and I roll down, and James does the same thing, and Dave decides to do the same fucking thing again. Where he goes over and again, he gets stuck, and he's like, da, 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 and he's just dying. And so now he just does it again. He just falls forward, and but he got totally electrocuted, and we got through. And that bull started mooing like it was pissed, and we were like, oh shit. We got out, and we get out of the fucking cow pasture. We get back in our car, and as James pulls out into traffic and goes, a cop pulls right by us, and we were like, oh my God, if we were 5 minutes longer, he would have saw us because we were stupid as all get out. We had our flashlights, right? You know what I mean? Right next to a 4-lane freeway. Yeah, doing all our things. It's like, oh my God. And this is like
stone teenagers. Yes.
This is 1992, 1991. So highly illegal, doing whatever. Oh yeah.
And to be caught, thank goodness you didn't get any mushrooms, and then get fucking caught with them.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have any. Yeah. Luckily we didn't get
the day, officer. You know,
I've gone mushroom picking.
From Mosaic TV and the Uncorked Show is watching us. She says one of you got to pretend to eat grass. The other one better brace themselves. My friend, one of my besties, Amy Minky, is watching. Amy, how you doing, baby? Fred Carroll from Within the Head of Fred and Dude in the Hen House. He's got a new
Within the Head of Fred.
It's going really good.
It reminds me. Do you remember that TV show on Fox? That was In the Head. I can't remember the name of the show, but it had Herman's Head. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
What is In the Head of Fred? What is that about? Is that just his
He just
nickname?
interviewed people, and he was, but now he's doing more
nice.
of the dude in the hen house. It's but him and other ladies talking about different subjects and things. It's very cool.
I love the name In the Head of Fred. That's a great name.
Yeah. He's been on my show. He was on my show once. Need to get him back on. Need to get you back. Need to get you and your new partner back on here too. So
you give us an embarrassing story, because every time I'm on, I'm hearing everybody else tell me embarrassing things. I want to know what the fuck.
There's a good reason for that, Kenric. There's a very good reason for that.
You got nothing.
My fucking show. So that's yeah. I mean, I've been poised with that question before, and it's still the same one.
I'm sure you have.
Fuck you. It's my show. This is on you, man. I didn't call you on to have me tell stories. You know, it's like.
But I want to know what happened to you.
My job is to sit here and fuck with you while you tell yours. That's my job.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Oh man.
So far, the formula has worked so far. So.
Have you ever tried LSD or mushrooms or anything?
No, I never have.
No. One time me and my buddy Dave, the one that got stuck on the electric fence, and we had a buddy named Guy, and we're on the Kingston beach.
No, you won't, Brandy. So,
and it's a sandy beach out of Kingston, Washington. And it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's super dark out. It's kind of winterish, you know. And we're sitting there, we're super high.
Yeah.
And we're having a good time. And we're walking down, and the water's on our right. There's a beachhead, and there's a bunch of trees, and we're looking, and there's something doing this within the trees.
All right.
And Dave's like,
just listening, he's making a flapping noise with his arms.
yes, like a bird.
Right.
And Dave is looking at it. He's like, dude, that's a bat. I'm like, what? He's like, that's a bat. It's going. He's just, and we're just looking at it, and we're like, and then I'm looking at it. And I'm like, whoa, what is that? That does look like a bat.
So no, you're on LSD at this point. You're on acid.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And then guy comes up and he looks at it and he's like, that's not a bat. And then he's looking at it, he's like, whoa, I think that is a bat. And it's just like floating in the air, just like not flying around, just stagnant in the air.
Hovering?
Yeah, like hovering. And I'm like, what bat just hovers?
I don't think bats hover. Yeah, bats don't hover.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. Anyways,
the batwing hovers.
The first hovering mammal.
The bat thing.
Not a lot of hovering mammals.
It's not a helicopter. We're looking at this thing. I shit you not. We're looking at for like, it felt like 30 minutes. It might have been 30 seconds because of what we're on.
30 seconds, yeah.
Yeah, but it felt like forever. And finally, guy goes, I'm gonna get it. We're like, no, dude. He's like, I'm gonna grab it. And was like, no, you could get rabies like Cujo, dude. Don't do that.
Right, yeah.
And we're thinking, I'm like, me and Dave are both like, I want to walk away from this thing because it's too weird. And guy runs over there, and all of a sudden he starts laughing, and we walk over. It's a fucking birthday balloon that somebody left there. It's so stupid. It was a black happy birthday. It must have been like somebody's 50th or something, because it was like a black happy birthday.
In your defense, it was a Batman balloon.
It was a Batman balloon. It's so stupid though.
I don't know if this will translate, because I can do an echo voice.
Okay.
And I was working at a grocery store back in my hometown of Cuba, and this guy comes in, and I worked in the deli, and he came in, he's ordering the sandwich, and I knew by looking at him, he was tripping balls.
Right. Huge pupils.
Oh yeah. And I go, hey, Doug. How you doing, man? You okay?
Oh, I'm sure that's awesome. Hard.
He backs up. He just backs up. He goes, what? I go,
Oh, man.
You you? All right, man. It's like, and he leaves. He just turns around and he leaves. He comes back in like 3 hours later. I go, hey Doug, where you been? He goes, outside. I go, what you doing outside? He goes, I was laughing.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Okay, happy fuckers. There's a story. There you go.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
There you go.
No,
I guess
Oh my
he
God.
should said pretty please. I guess no, you fuckers didn't do that either. So
Pretty.
I guess it did translate over the. I was worried the echo wouldn't work, but
it worked. It's not made me laugh.
Oh my God, this dog.
fucking with people is my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've been working on I haven't been on stage in like 23 years or so. But May 10th I'm gonna be back on stage, so I'm actually writing stand-up again for the first time. So,
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
got some
congrats.
friends. They've got somebody. Actually, it's somebody from like up around Washington Way. Jeremiah. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember right now. I had him on my show, but he's going to be down here. I had friends that moved from your area down here. They opened up a bar down here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they asked me to host and do some stand-up, and I'm like, yeah, okay,
Sure.
I'll open up.
Are you gonna record?
Yeah, it's gonna go live on Mosaic TV.
Nice.
So-
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I can set up something else to do, maybe some recording. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't put too much thought into it other than just like, doing bits. Like
I want to watch it.
Like I once slept with two girls named Rachel. That made me buy Rachel. I slept with two girls named Chandra. That was a double on Chandra. And I slept with two girls named Lisa. That was awesome.
That's funny as shit.
Mic drop. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, fellas, it's going on 45 minutes, and because I'm on the TV show now, I keep it right around 45 minutes for commercials and shit or whatever. But you guys got the floor again. Tell us everything about you. Tell us where we can find all your stuff. You guys are great. I thank you so much for coming back on. I'm going to say that again before we wrap up. But you've got the floor.
Kenric,
Go
you
ahead,
first.
Johnny.
No,
Do you want me to go?
First. Yeah.
All right, guys. My name's Kenric. Yeah, that up there. I think he's above me, or you below.
I'm above.
He's
I'm above you. You're below me.
Yeah. That guy up there. That is Johnny Horsley. We are the purveyors of Spoilerverse Publishing. You can find amazing titles like Supernatural Baby Detective, or Memoirs of a Suicide, or oh my God, Jonely Nonely, and have a lot of fun checking them out. I guarantee the stories that we have and the work that we do, you have not seen anywhere else. It's all wholly original stuff, and it's a lot of good stuff. We have a lot of great artists, great editing, great covers, just a lot of fun. So check us out at spoilerverse.com and keep an eye out for those Kickstarters.
I'm sorry, guys. People just aren't into original stuff. So, anyway.
Fuck, that's the problem.
It's not mainstream. Why the fuck isn't it mainstream?
Oh man.
I'm not mainstream either. I got a joke that Jay gave me behind me, but that's
pretty cool though.
Yeah.
No, but you're by Rachel.
By Rachel.
That's not a double. Yeah, it might be a double entendre. So, boom. I haven't talked to you about olive oil yet. I told Don about the glasses. But you can find me at My Worst Holiday Podcast on YouTube. But the big thing is you can find me on Mosaic TV, baby! Mosaic TV! Go to mosaictv.com and check us out. There's so much original content that you're going to find on there. You're going to find us. And as always, if you like a if you like a show, give some money. Mine is my worst holiday at patreon.com. If you like a show, give us $1. You fucking cheap bastards. $1 fucking. Give John $1. Give Kenric $1. Give us all $1, you fuckers. You do it in the grocery line, which gives kickbacks to the fucking grocery monopolies. Give me $1. So that being said, from a room next to my bedroom in my basement hangout, guys, this has been my worst holiday. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.